Next part where I was going to come to is the shift. Like, okay, we are talking about the cost and the myth, but what is the shift that is required? And you my question to you was supposed to be that what is that one small habit? And I think you just gave us that one small habit, that sit down and don't, whenever you have the situation, I don't know, then sit down. And is that something that you will give to the audience, saying
If I
that
have
yes?
to give one habit or one thing, I would say whatever is your pressing issue, decide that. Because people always say ये एक चीज़ करो और life set हो जाएगी, वो मेरा problem ही नहीं है, तो मैं कैसे करूँ? For example, she's a very happy person and I'm telling her just breathe and sit and breathe, huh? And now she's having maybe say back pain, just an example. उनको back pain के लिए targeted solution चाहिए. So first sit with yourself, identify what is struggling, what am I struggling with today, right? And then on that, I say always one thing: create a life rule. Right. For a thing that I want to change, it is affecting me every day. हम सब में इतना दिमाग तो है कि मुझे जो problem है, I need to get out of this. For example, does a vegan eat anything else other than vegan food? Jain eats Jaini food. You create a life rule. Create a simple life rule. Okay, for example, I have a life rule: I never cancel a class. I have a rule. I cannot send this message to my trainer that I will not come to the class today. So now if I have a class with you or if I have an appointment with you, I will not cancel it. This is my life rule, and I constantly tell my clients also कि एक rule बना लो, class को cancel नहीं करना है, कितना भी थकानो cancel नहीं करना है. The rule is you cannot send that message. Right. Now the trainer is either, knocking at your door or either sitting online waiting for you. What will you do? You'll end up going and you'll end up, doing what you need to do for your body. So create a life rule that is for whatever pressing problem you have. If I have a back pain, I'll say I'll sit for 2 minutes and I'll attach it to something that I always do. For example, मेरी morning चाय तो मैं पीती हूँ, तो उसके बाद I will sit and do 2 minutes of back pain relief, 5 minutes of it, whatever I can. If I am struggling with anxiety, depression, I'll say just sit and breathe. Whatever problem you are, so 2 things: whatever problem you have identified, usko attach kar do to the habit that you already have, and second thing, create some choto life rules. Nice. And then this is your rule, you do it, and you cannot break the rules, because it's a life rule. क्योंकि पाप लगता है फिर पाप लगता है ठीक है. तो अब आप ये कर नहीं सकते हैं. So ये सोच के इस तरीके से कीजिए कि it is God is watching, nobody else is. ऐसे सोच के करो तो हो जाएगा.
Can I add one life
rule? I could see you were excited to add something, and means you can add your daily ritual also, maybe.
My life rule is stop caring what other people think about yourself. I used to care a lot, and when I had my brain hemorrhage, I realized something: life is too damn short. And I realized I don't even say I love you to my own parents, or I don't say I love you to the maid who takes care of me. And now I started doing that. We don't बुराई सब करते हैं, अच्छी चीजें हम नहीं बोलते. And don't care so much. You are who cares? Like, I mean, it happened to me day before. I went for a party and I had not eaten dinner and I had 2 drinks. अब मुझे लगा ना कि थोड़ी सी मुझे चढ़ गई. And then I did a twirl. So then I came home and then I was telling my husband that, you know what, maybe I was drunk. So he said, if you've gone to Karan Kundra's party and you have not got drunk, तो क्या फायदा हुआ? या तो अच्छी बात है ना. So I'm just saying, just chill out. Yeah. I know it sounds very silly, and most of my advice must be sounding like she's making life so frivolous, but believe me, that's what helped me bounce back. Right. I ran the Mumbai Marathon within 4 months of a brain hemorrhage when I was told I would take 2 years to recover. It's just because I stopped taking myself so seriously. Yeah. So that's it.
Thank you for sharing that. And I think what you're saying is so true, because sometimes when you start going and saying these things to other people, it compounds, accumulates, and come back to you. So a way to care for yourself is also somewhere also caring a little bit about others as well, and finding that balance somewhere. That go and say thank you to your maid means it's as simple as that, and being grateful or blessed about, okay, I have these
being
people
very conscious,
in my life.
Over-conscious. I think women have this habit more than men. We are very over-conscious. ये करेंगे तो कौन क्या बोलेगा, वो क्या बोलेगा. One word, my life lesson: sanuki.
Sanuki. Love that, Natasha. Thank you so much. And Dr. Bina, if you have to add, like we have such amazing inputs coming from everyone. You said disconnect, right? If you have to give one advice to everyone, that how can people connect back to themselves? How can that, connection can be brought back?
So, as I said, working in this field, I would first only say we talked in energy terms, in spiritual term, what presence is. and how, you know, you can connect back. But we need to understand the biology when we talk about all of this. Everything that you're thinking, your brain is processing. And what does brain require? A 2% जिसका बॉडी वेट है वो 20% ब्लड ले रहा है, तो नॉरिशमेंट चाहिए होता है ना. यू नीड नॉरिशमेंट फॉर द ब्रेन. एंड हाफ ऑफ इन माई फील्ड ऑफ practice, what I've seen in the villages when I go for the camps and all, half of the people who are saying, who are anxious, who is depressed, they quoted that, they say it without even anybody has to be said that, you know, they are diagnosed or anything. So half of them, when you analyze, when you do the blood test, they are deficient in simple vitamins, say vitamin D, B12, iron. You know, a simple supplement of multivitamin with D, you are giving for that person for like 2 to 3 months, and you see changes. This is in the students also, younger adolescents, women. So when we do that, then they start saying after 3 to 4 months or 6 months, they'll say, ma'am, please come back again, we feel better. So, you know, simple thing as this, where you ignore. You've not even tested your D or B12. Now with advent of social media, that people are more conscious, so you look into these things. But in the villages where I work remotely, you know, these are simple things that's causing the biology to get disrupted. When the children are growing up malnourished, deficient in so many vitamins, and then their brain network, because it requires so many areas of the brain to well develop and get interconnected in certain manner. Right. So presence, when we talk the biology of presence, it's the well interconnected brain, which can stay calm, which can make right decisions, yeah, which can emotionally regulate itself, which can understand others, resonate others with others, can reflect on themselves and also with the society and people whom they are with. So it is a feature or the functioning of the well integrated brain, which is well nourished, which externally get reflected as your personality, your presence, your behavior, your demeanor. So, you know, that is what is the biology. So we need to take care of the biology with as simple process as this. Yeah, for women to get into your self-assessment of simple nutrition, that is required, one. Secondly is the social aspect, which also affects the brain functioning. That is, when we are working with children or growing up children, just a social support, as she told, that how resilient her brain network is, that she could rebound. She had a challenge, a stress, but she could adapt and rebound back. You know, it took time. It's right. Not that a well integrated brain does not get challenged. It gets challenged, but how you adapt and how you recover back, how you become more wise, more wiser. Her experience is wisdom, right? More wise, more gentle, and then rebound back strong. So that is the biology of strong brain, that she had social support, her family, her parents, you know, that community or family support. So that social connection, network support, if you have also, that is so important for that resilient to grow. One is yourself, one is your community, your relationship, your society. So when we work on this factor, one is internal nourishment, and one external factors of building good relations, building good connections, having that family, supportive family around is so important, that brings your that hope, or say that resilient network into system, which will make your presence profoundly felt, and it will impact positively, I think, the people who are around you.
Thank you, Dr. Bina. And I was about to ask you about the future. And what is the hope for the future generation? And you just mentioned that brings the hope. I think that's very well said, that, means having that community, first nourishment, and ensuring that your body is secure and can operate from that level, and then having community and support system. That's what you meant, right?